Welcome to Draeger's Clubhouse in Burlington, Washington.
Hi, I'm Jerry Draeger, Draeger's International in Burlington, Washington. What I want to show you today is this beautiful 1967 Healey 3000. Now, that's the last year of the Healeys right there, and this is a beautiful example. It's been by the same owner for 45 years before I bought it, and he kept it in the garage. I don't think he drove it a whole lot. Anyway, we went through it after I bought it. We got it in. We took it straight to Joe at Old School Garage, put a brand new gas tank in it. We went through new wheel cylinders on the rear, and we even replaced one caliper. He even had some brake lines that were pretty tight trying to get through, and he had to replace those. So we went through the whole thing to make sure everything was working good for you, so you could see it and drive it and look at it. Now, in the process, it was a funny thing. You can just see how nice and straight this car is. I don't think you'll find any rust in it anywhere. Well, there was he had a cover on it, and I pulled the cover off, and I said, "Oh, we got a Bondo crack right there." And he says, "I never saw that before." Well, it was just kind of a rounded thing here, and it was right in about here, just a small spot. And so we took that Bondo out and had it repainted it, and he got a little darker here, and I don't think he touched this, but you can see there's a little bit, the trunk lid is a little darker, so we got a little contrast in color here, you'll see, and it looks like maybe the hood was repainted, but I think the rest of the paint might be original on this car. So I mean, it's just a good solid little car. We had these powder coated here, and we put new tires on this thing too, so I can feel the nubbins on here. So it's got all brand new tires on it, and it runs good. You can see in here, everything looks good. The windows crank up and down just fine. The door closes good, and you can see underneath here. Here's under the seat right here. This will lift out. You can see down in there. I think this is original carpets, original seats on here. I don't think it's been played with at all too much, and it's had a good life. Not being used very much. You can see the instrument panel, the dash, and everything all looks good. Across there, this door opens good. Again, this window cranks up and down just fine. Well, I said that, and it does, but it's a little stiff. You can add a little lubing on it. There's always something on them. And again, same thing on this side here. You can just see down there, the seats will go forward and back without any problem. The glove box is deep in here. It goes way back in there. I don't know if you can see way back in there that far, but anyway, it goes way back in there. Oh, you gotta push the button in to close it. And you can see, of course, it's got these little seats for little kids. It's about the only thing that'll go in there. The top, it's got a good, decent top on it. Top looks good. You can see. Anyway, plastic window in the back and everything. So it all looks good. And again, it all goes up, down good. So it all fits in there. And we have a boot for this too, don't we? No boot?
No boot.
We don't have a boot for the top, but I'm sure you can get one for it easy enough. And you want to see what the engine looks like in here. Underneath here is where the pull is. And we haven't found any rust or anything on this thing, have we?
No, I haven't seen anything.
I gotta push it the right way. So you can just see it's clean, looks good. I think Joe went through the carburetors and everything on this thing to make sure it all works good and runs good. And he likes English cars. He's very good with English cars and stuff. So he does a good job on them. You can see the underside of the hood all, I mean, it's not, there's, why it was painted, I don't know. Anyway, I don't see any damage or anything that way to it. And again, we talked about the wheels, the tires, the chrome is all good on it. And the trunk here. So here's a good example right here. There's no carpet. There should be a plate in here probably, but we don't have one. But you can see all this is good in here, all along through here. And I just discovered it's got a battery shut off right here. So you can hear it click right there. Maybe off. I don't know which is. We've had it. You just had it running, didn't you?
Yeah.
So let's. I'll take the camera. Let's start it up. See if I have the battery on or off. I might have shut it off.
It's off.
It's off. Now we'll go in here and we turn this knob. Oh yeah, listen to, you hear the fuel pump take off on it? It's got, oh, and you got it running already. So there's the running lights, headlights, high beam, low beam. You can figure out where it.
Did it do anything?
It's
I'm
they're
hitting the
off
button
right now.
Maybe it's not working.
Oh, there's the wipers working. Horn works. Turn signal right, left. Yeah, this thing runs good. Sounds good. Okay, there's that. Turn signals. Brake light. So you can see all the lights work. I don't know about these are just reflectors is all they are. Yep, that's just reflectors right there. How's it? Does the radio work in this thing?
I don't think it does. It's on right now. It's not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's dead.
How about the heater on this thing?
I don't know if I ever played with that either. It's haven't been cold enough. I had it outside.
This is a really nice car, this 3000. I mean, it just runs good, drives good, it looks good. It's not perfect. It's not a show car, but we've been told by a judge that it would do very well. I don't think he looked it over super close, but he seemed to know cars, Healeys very well, so that makes a big difference. You can see everything worked just fine. Andrew's going to make a couple of passes with it so you can see it driving on the road. Got a nice sound to it, doesn't it? Now I'm going to make a pass back this way. Underneath the Austin Healey now. I would tell you the worst thing I've seen in it is right here in this back resonator right here. It's got a little bit of a hole in it, but it's got two big mufflers up front and they don't have anything going on with them. I look at all this. It's original green paint under here. You can see the brand new gas tank right there and stuff. We put new wheel cylinders on the back here on both sides because it's been setting for a long time. You know, it was like 7 years, 5 years. Actually, the guy told us it was 5 years, but Joe said it's been a lot longer than 5 years that it had been setting and ran since it ran. We just picked it up with the rollback and took it in over to Joe at Old School Garage. And again, anywhere you look on here, the body is solid. I don't see any rust anywhere. Nothing's, I mean, you can look at these rockers, you can see the floor pans right there, the frame, look at there, that's all original paint underneath here. All the way across, everything just looks good way up in there. I don't know if you can see that there, you can see up in there a bit. Anyway, I just wanted to show you all this and how good it is. The mufflers you can see there, they're both good. And look at the tranny. I don't know if Joe did that. I don't think he took it out, but it sure looks fresh. I'm gonna have to ask him about that. He might have had it out. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, you can call Joe at Old School Garage if you wanted to, no problem. He's in Port Orchard, Washington. And again, it's just solid. Everywhere I look, way up in there, you can see. Anyway, and it's got a bad spot here in the pan. I often wonder, I see all sorts of engines, Chevys, Fords, everything that get beat up on the bottom of the pan like that. I have no idea how or why. I've never dented one all the years I've been doing this. So you can just see there's the disc brakes on the front there. And again, we pulled the wheels off and had those powder coated and everything. You can just see everything looks good and solid. I don't think there's any rust in this car anywhere. We did have the pinhole on that far side over there. It wasn't a hole, it was just a dent that they filled in with Bondo. A great big patch for a little dinky hole. And anyway, we took that out and repainted it so it looks good. And I think we got the color off a little better. He got it off a little bit on it. But as you can see, everything's good and solid. It's harder to see on this side, but let's go out here on the rockers here. You can see the rockers right there. They all look good everywhere you look. So I think you'd be real happy with this car. It's a pretty neat, unrestored Austin Healey, 67 last year. So I hope you enjoyed this little short video. Coming in here, so it's nice and warm down here. You can just tell this thing hasn't been beat up or anything.
Give us a call, 206-533-9600, if you'd like to see this Austin Healey.